What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Let's push on to that 100k subs. Thank you all for watching. Got a little bit more of this Chromatic Cube. I will have an either drift, draft or sealed up tomorrow because of the early access event. So tomorrow we are going to get the new set. That should be exciting. But for now, we have one more Chromatic Cube. And yeah, I've been enjoying doing the non-Chromatic Cube thing of forcing aggro lately, as I'm getting a little bit tired of just kind of building the same 5-color big spell deck. So we're going to first pick Cathar Commando. We did a really nice black-red aggro deck yesterday to a really good result. If you didn't watch that one, go catch that. We're going to do some more aggro here, or at least intending to do more aggro. So this format, Chromatic Cube, does not have very many 1-drops. So if you're going to be aggro, you really want to be starting on turn 2. And this is a good example of a terrible aggro pack. We just passed that one horse that has synergy with other unicorns and horses, but that's a bad meme. I guess we could take Dracula here. Wild Slash is a lot worse in this type of format because there are so few good targets for this. I mean, there are good targets. I guess the targets you do have for this, well, for Wild Slash are going to be good. You're going to have your Mana Dorks, your Agent of Rafines and that type of stuff, but there are just far fewer small creatures, so generally this is not as good. I'm just going to take the Dracula here, I think. Or the Sorin, the Mirthless. But a pretty bad pack. Okay. Takesia's Welcome, I guess, could be okay. Way to get some card advantage in aggro, Anguished Unmaking. I don't really want to lock into a black-white. Avacyn's Pilgrim is okay. Green decks I wouldn't call really aggressive, but they let you play ahead of curve a lot of the times because they have access to some of the cheapest creatures, right? Some of the Mana Dorks. Actually, you know what? I think we take the Pilgrim here. Takesia's Welcome is probably going to end up wheeling, and if green pays off, that's going to be nice. Oh, there's a Winota. That's really good. Yeah, Winota is one of the better ones for the aggressive deck, and we might be able to wheel like the Bivouac. Whenever one or more non-humans you control attack. We already have another human here. Actually, Pilgrim is also technically a human, but maybe we can lean into the Boros Beats. Tajik would be the best creature pickup. Like, normally Emrakul is a slam dunk, one of the best creatures in the format. This is a card that's going to win the game very frequently when cast. I'm going to go with the Hasty Enduring Courage Giver. Ral is also insane. Carrot Cake. It makes cheap creatures, but it's not the card you're looking for. Fountain Port's okay. Elspeth is amazing, but I don't really want a 6-mana card. I'm actually going to take the Cake. That's crazy. All right, Byway Barter is not terrible. 3/3 Menace for 3. That can give you some advantage if you have an empty-ish hand. Oh, baby. All right. And this is one of the reasons why you draft red-white. If you're trying to draft an aggro deck, Tajik is top S tier. S tier. We've gone over it before on our videos, but 4-mana, 1/1 Indestructible Haste. Beginning of combat, you put a 1/1 counter on it, so it's going to turn into a 2/2 on the same turn. And then it's going to conjure a card that attacks that turn. So starts off bad, right? 1/1 first strike, whatever. Then it turns into the Vindicator. Then it turns into a Flyer. Then it turns into a Ball Lightning effect. And then it turns into Aurelia. So that was a tremendous pickup and would be a pretty nice hit off of Winota. It wouldn't trigger the Tajik, right? It's put onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. However, just getting a free Tajik and then being able to do it the following turn's great. All right, Intervention on the Wheel is okay. This doesn't go to face, but it kind of goes to face in a sense. So I basically have as many top-end cards as I want. I want to fill up the 2s and 3s at this point. Specifically, the 2s would be ideal. Temple of Triumph on the wheel. Easy pickup over a Slash for the earlier mentioned reasons. Wait, somebody took the other creature? Or was the other horse still in that pack? It might have been. What was the other one? Bivouac. If we could wield a Bivouac, that would be huge, huge, huge. So right now we have 3 humans and 2 non-humans. 3 non-humans even, I guess the cake. Yeah, I'm not going to take the Siege Gang Commander. I think we take the Welcome Now on the wheel over Static Net. God. The thing is, you want to get the Takesia's Welcome online early, but then if you're playing Takesia's Welcome, you're not playing a creature on an earlier turn. So in some matchups, this would be great. In other matchups, not playing to the board, really, really weak. Inferno Titan, another really good top-end card if we wanted to. I don't remember what pack the Bivouac was in, but it might have been that one. Valkyrie's Call is also another interesting top-end card. Curve out into Valkyrie's Call makes removal really, really awkward for our opponents. Mishra's Command, similar to Perforos's Intervention. I guess the command is maybe slightly better. I mean, this can make a creature that attacks, but this can pump up a creature, you know? Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. Again, nothing we want here, really. Play with fire, whatever. Bezos, whatever. I'm going to take the Rogrin Triome as just another red-white land. Gross. Yep, we're going to take the Caretaker here. Dang, we've actually seen a lot of the mana dorks. We just passed Birds of Paradise. We're now passing Mystic. I have the Avacyn's Pilgrim. Like, I'm going to get nothing on the wheel in this pack, so... Not looking great right now. What are the best early game creatures red or white can pick up? Like Generous Plunderer. Man, when you know, you know. Can't say I didn't call it. All right, yeah, nice pickup. Maybe we wheel, what? Resto's okay. Don't really care for Season. Ephemerate would be okay. Excellent. Rip Apart and Virtue of Loyalty. We'll take the Virtue here. Would not expect the Rip Apart to get taken very early, so might come back. Well, I guess it would have to be a pretty late wheel, but yeah, Virtue's a 2-drop with late game value, so we take that every time. Bruce is okay. I think it would be the worst of my 4-drops thus far. And at least Burst Lightning is a bigger face spell as well as a cheaper interactive spell. So I think I'm going to take the burn there over another 4-drop. You do want to have access to some direct damage in these decks. Because a lot of times once the actual Chromatic Cube decks come together, they just slam Haymaker after Haymaker, right? And go huge over the top. So if you can have some ways to sneak in the last few points of damage... Very, very much a welcome addition to the deck. Well, while we're calling good 2-drops, what's another good 2-drop? How about in white? What's a good 2-drop in white? Intrepid Adversary? I think that's in the cube. How about, what other good red 2-drops are there? Oh, how about the Brazen Borrower? The 2 on first strike that adds a red. That one would be okay as well. Nahiri and Eternal Wanderer are not what I want. Held to Pay is whatever. Atsushi is just another random 4. Let's take the Defiance. Another card that can go face, but also gives you some other utility. Archangel versus Planar Disruption. I guess this can turn off Planeswalkers, but yeah, not keen on any of those cards. That's a nice pack. Okay, actually, wow. Shoot, Overlord, Tyrant, Aurelia, and Banishing Light are all super solid here. Aurelia's really sweet. Oh man, I don't actually know. I think I'm going to take the Overlord. I don't know what the right pick was there. I think all 3 of those options were fantastic. All right, Wield Play with Fire. I mean, that's, again, not exciting, but might end up playing it. I like the Overlord because you can play it on 4, whereas the other 2, they were a little bit more expensive, you know? We are at 4 humans for Aurelia. Sorry, for Winota. Tajik, Commando, Plunderer. Alright, Rip Apart, Overworld the Crusher rides easy for me. Bruce is another human, but again, I don't really know if I want to run that. We're certainly not going to run the Nahiri in this build. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drop creatures. I need like 1 or 2 more 2-drops, and then, oh man, I only have 1 3-drop creature right now, so we need quite a few more of those. There's the Brazen Collector. A sad first pick, but it's a 2-drop, and it's a decent one enough in this deck. We take that over Restoration every time. It is what it is. Right? Like turn 2 Brazen Collector, turn 3 attack, and play a 4-drop. Is at least something. Let's see. Let's get some more fixing would be good. Sacred Foundry, incredible. The Bivouac's gone. How about an Angel of Invention or a Piggy Bank? Rionya's also solid. But I don't know if we have enough instants and sorceries for it. Probably not. I think I like the Piggy Bank 2-drop over Angel of Invention. Emperor's great. Balloon Man is actually kind of great as well. I have a lot of legendaries, though, that are awkward with it. P and Kieran Nalar. Alesha on the splash is not crazy.
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off.
If I had to cut any of these 4-drops... I don't know. Path is insane, but there's the Sacred Foundry. Oh, Path is so good. I'm going to ignore. All right. Screw the removal. I'm taking Sacred Foundry. That is the land we were looking for. So how many non-humans do we have early on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 non-humans that can come down pre-Winota. Ooh, man. Parlor and Showdown of the Scalds. Showdown's also sick. I'm going to take the land. Good mana is a good time. Unplayable pack for us. I'm debating this Valkyrie's Call. I think at the end of the day, it's probably a cut. We don't have that many creatures. We're at 11. Oh, I guess I have the Virtue on turn 2 as well. Forgot about that. And that's a knight that is not a human. So that's an additional trigger for Winota. Yeah, this is fine. Krenko's great. There's a pathway here as well. More fixing. If nothing else, good mana is going to help a lot. Oh, Conscripts I'm actually going to take here. Usually I would take Gutter Dweller, but Conscripts in this deck is nuts. Like I said, your opponents are usually going to go over the top of your aggro deck. So being able to steal their one stabilizing play or their Planeswalker or something is kind of gross. It's also another human. So there's a world where we trigger the Winota, we hit the Conscripts, and like steal a blocker or something. Up to 6 humans now. 5 total instants and sorceries for Rionia. Yeah, like I said, probably not a play. Really cool card, though. Also, I have a lot of legendaries. P and Kieran on the wheel. Another human, but it's another 4-drop. I guess we're just going to run 17 lands then with this many. Oh, we wheeled the Showdown. No, it's better than P and Kieran. That is... our curve is a bit high. The deck is solid, but the curve is a bit high. I mean, that is just so many 4-drops. I probably run Krenko over one of these 4. I'll cut the Bruce now. I think we have enough other humans, even though Bruce has a good ETB. Like, we'll still have 5, so... Winota's nothing crazy, don't get me wrong. But that's a decent-looking deck. For Chromatic Cube, I'm pretty happy with this. We'll ship this off and see how we can do. Let's go. Okay, let's Boros beat some Chromatic Cube players, shall we? Hard to mulligan a hand with Tajik, but not having anything to do the first 3 turns is pretty bad. A mountain I would consider putting on top there. Okay, that was excellent. Whew. That's exactly what we were looking for. Any 2-drop. I hope they kill the piggy bank there. That would have let me play Tajik this turn. Drew an okay 3-mana spell, though. If they make me sacrifice, that is very good for us. Wow, alright, so now we're going to get to Tajik no matter what.
One of your friends has to leave.
Triggers the Takasia's welcome. Excellent. Kills the Lily, attacks them for 2.
Oh, that's my cue.
Basically ideal scenario run out. Ah, boo. They had brutality, though. And a Rona. Okay. What's the play here? Not having a second red source kind of sucks. I guess I'm gonna kill the Rona and just hit him for 3 extra damage. I was debating rummaging, but both play with fire and burst lightning being able to go face here probably worth it. This is so awkward. Okay, I'm just gonna main phase the Wanderer, make a 2/2, draw a card. See if we find a land.
Keep watch for intruders.
And I'm not going to attack for one. Even though I could finish the Gonti off after first strike, that would make our Wandering Emperor susceptible to a removal spell on the 2/2 token. Alright, so let first strike resolve. Then we go with play with fire. If they want to save their Gonti and have like a counter here, that's fine. They stole my carrot cake. And it is colorless to activate that on the backswing, funny enough. Sure. Well, both of those enter tapped, so we're very close to lethal here, aren't we? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're very close to killing them. So I guess instead we'll just make another 2/2, draw an extra card for now.
Guards, to me.
Kill the Rona. Shoot them for 3. Play out another creature seems fine. Alright, well that's a desperation clone crafter hoping to hit something. I mean, we just let the Wandering Emperor die now.
I'll be back.
Pretty good. Yeah, let's go for it. We want to steal the Clone Crafter since the Carrot Cake can make a 1/1. Nice. Alright, the Boros beats. Beating up on the Chromatic Cube Drafters. A win's a win's a win, I suppose. Okay, on the play for the next game, and a good opening hand. Turn 2 Brazen. Gonna let us maybe even play Wandering Emperor on turn 3 if we can find another white source. Ooh, turn 1 Mystic. Would have been nice to have one of our cheap burn spells there. Relic. Okay, yeah. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is Emperor, kill their Mystic, and at least slow their mana acceleration down a teeny bit.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Sure, that's fine. They are ramping, though, very well.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Let's go welcome and pass and flash in the Virtue creature. Surprise block, I think. Also get to draw a card off of the welcome. They could have a counter here, of course. Oh, wait, this is mana value 3 or less. Why did I think it was power 3 or less? Okay, they are just going for development. That did not apply to the board, and I mean, Kraka with power is annoying, but it's not going to do much next turn. They might be able to do it for 10. Wow, Tajik was an insane draw too. Okay. What's the wording on Tajik? Conjure a card with mana value equal to the number of 1/1 counters. So yeah, we're going to be able to kind of leapfrog a little bit here.
Remember your training.
Pretty good. Leading off with the Iron Crag. I have to imagine they're basically just dead. Tajik, so stupid good. Okay, Oracle reveals a Mind Stone. That ain't gonna cut it. And I mean, even if they hit like land, there wasn't much they're gonna be able to do. Tajik, too good, my friend.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Tajik, much too good. 2-0. Okay, another Tajik opener. I mean, I have interaction on turn 2, but that's not as good as just having a creature on turn 2, you know? Oh, well, they have an agent, so... Actually, given how many lands we already have, I think we're going to hold the Rogrin for cycling. Whoa. That's kind of crazy. You know what? Their Jacob activation flip is so far away. I think I'm gonna kill the agent. That might not have been right, but the agent is the more pressing issue. Yeah, my draw is not very good this game. I mean, I kept a pretty weak hand, so that's on me. So I think we want to get the Tajik online first before the Overlord. Because they can't flip the Jacob for another turn or two.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows. We all have things we'd rather forget.
This card's a Mockingbird. Alright, go with Tajik. We do want to send both at Lily.
No, I think
That way
I
they
really
can't
do have time
set
for
up a
you.
-2. Okay, we have 2 ways to kill the Jacob next turn before it transforms into the Insight. Baron, sure, that's fine. Just discard one of these excess lands. Emrakul pitched, love it. Alright, so we go land, Tajik. We send everything at Liliana in case they wanted to chump the Tajik.
You couldn't be.
Oh, they didn't even play a land last turn. I didn't even notice that. I guess I didn't even need to kill the Jacob there. I could have killed the Baron and kept my... that might have been a mistake. I didn't realize. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. Alright, so we go... Well, that's so awkward. I guess I Burst Lightning the token here instead, since I can just hard cast the... No, I'll save that for base, that's fine. Ah, this game's just very, very over. Ah, drown. Okay, hold up. And they can proliferate an extra counter on my Overlord again. That had to be one of the few cards they could have to deal with the Tajik. I'm going to keep the Brazen Collector in my hand to trigger the Takasia's Welcome next turn, because if they kill my Krenko, I won't have a way to draw an extra card. If they don't kill the Krenko, I'm going to win anyways, you know? Just like Silumgar's command, kill Krenko, bounce their case to shuffle more in or something funny. So this conjures 4 Fibblethrips into their deck, then they draw a card, and then it becomes solved if they have a legendary homunculus, so Fibblethip, and it turns into basically a future sight. What you doing, friend? Oh, Snowborn Simulacra. Copying land in case... I think they messed up there. And then they're just dead now. Six, 7, 8. Oh, do it for 7. Whoopsies. Krenko makes a million tokens. Yeah, Krenko with Mishra's Command's kind of cute. Didn't think about that initially. But now we do. 3-0. Oh yeah, this is fine. Didn't notice the generous plunder at first. And I think we're just looking for land still. The plunder is a little bit awkward though, because it does ramp your opponent out. So, while it does apply good pressure, it can be a bit of a risk. Oh, they have a Pock. Nice. So actually, I don't think I want to give them a treasure, because that would let them, like, Pock next turn. Well, no, that's probably fine once. Just debating if we wanted just Wandering Emperor there. Because if they Pock this turn, they don't get to play a land with it, and then I could just rip it apart. Kiora and a tap land, maybe? Sure. I don't think I'm going to give them a treasure anymore then. Debating if we want to trigger the barter. I don't think we do. It's a May anyways, but I think I want to preserve the treasure is what I mean. Alright, so they get to Pock here and then play a land. So it's going to turn into a 5/5. We will flash out the Commando. And we will activate the Plunder this time. And I think it's just going to be the safest to finish off the Pock. I'll go ahead and at this point discard Wanderer and draw 2. Because now drawing any burn spells is going to be pretty good. So 2, 4, 6, they have upwards of 8 mana. But they're sitting on 3 life versus red-white. Yeah, again, for those who don't know what the Pock is, I think it's the best green card in the cube. 4 mana Star, power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever one or more non-token lands you control enter, for each of them, conjure a duplicate of it onto the battlefield. Triggers once each turn. So if you have a way to get multiple lands at the same time, it will get multiple of those copies, but even just one extra land every turn, you know, is kind of gross, and it's just a big win con on its own at that point. Like a Casualties of War, that doesn't do anything here. Silumgar's Command, okay. So they can play a 3-drop here.
emerges, life thrives.
Sure. So lots of cards will win it. So we go for Showdown, look if we can find one of our ways to kill a 2/2. Did not hit. Alright. Forces them to block the commando. They take one, and then we're just going to kill the Overlord. So pushes in 1 damage, and kills the Overlord that was turning into a creature anyways. I mean, they're just dead to the Overlord next turn. Our Overlord, that is.
I am the voice of Zendikar, and my will reigns supreme.
Clever impersonator, the Showdown, trying to find something. And those are all bricks. They could have copied the Carrot Cake for 3 life. Notably, if they don't make a creature, then the
This is my judgment.
our 1/1 token will also be lethal because the Showdown starts putting counters on it next turn
Let's get
as well.
moving.
Alright, GG's, just Dobbs. Another successful Boros beat. Let's go! See, first week, I was all about drafting the 5-color awesome piles that win through casting crazy big cards and getting 5-for-1s. And now we've moved on to phase 2 of forcing quote-unquote aggressive decks to beat up on those slower decks. It's just the way of the world. Okay, nice looking opener here. Very, very nice hand. On the play with a turn 2 Brazen into a turn 3 Enduring Courage, if all goes right. And then we have a lot of good value between the Welcome and the Showdown now, too. Oh. Brutal. I think I am going to play the Enduring Courage out. I mean, the Tajic wouldn't trigger immediately anyways. And if they don't have an exile effect for Enduring Courage, then, you know, it's going to sit and do its job anyway. I would block if they attacked. Disgusting. Alright. And the Enduring Courage makes the 1/1 off of Tajic turn into a 3/1, so they can't even block. Yeah, it's just... what a curve. Tajic would be attacking as a 4/2. The Boros Recruit would be attacking as a 3/1 first strike. Like... ay-ay-ay. 5-0 start. Aggro's the truth, man. Sucks, but it is. It's not as fun as casting big flashy spells, but certainly preys on those decks. Ah, see another one of these hands. Ah. I think I mulligan this one. Yeah, we mulligan that. It's like slightly better. It has a 2-drop, but no way to get value off of the 2-drop. Okay, well, actually this hand is gonna be worse. That's a better 2-drop to have drawn. That might give us time to find something to give Perpetual, or Offspring, or whatever. Sure. Okay, they're gonna give me a treasure. Yeah, drawing Tajik there. Probably wins. Instead, I'm gonna cast a bear. I'm gonna go ahead and play with Fire Their Face just to get a scry. Probably worth keeping, even though I assume it's just going to immediately die. That'll get countered. Okay, that's not too bad. Shock for Steam Vents. 5 mana. Yeah, Roxanne is insane. Needed to hit another mountain there so I could go barter into Collective Defiance the Roxanne and trigger. When it enters, creatures in your hand perpetually cost 1 less. Interesting. So, creatures in their hand cost 2 less? How many creatures are in their hand that would be worth it, I wonder? Oh my god, this is so sick. Worst possible draw on the deck. All of these planes. Shoot, man. Yeah, that'll do it. I guess there's a Zealous Conscript's possible kill available. See, I take 3, go to 17, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So with the Ridge Line, we're not quite dead. So there's a world where we could pull this off. Well, now I need to probably just... I guess that's better, huh? Exile the Atarka. Oh, I guess I would have died because Guardian Idol. Never mind.
You started this fight. But
It's bleak, but it's not impossible. Whoa, that made no sense. They're kicking Burst Lightning on the Wandering Emperor before I even use an ability on it.
still have much to learn.
Well, that was convenient for us. Sure, another mana rock, don't care about that. Oh, Plunder's actually sick versus all of those. Okay. Yeah, activate Ridgeline, activate Idle, attack. So I'm gonna take, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10? Oh, they're not attacking with the Idle. Oh, I guess they're planning on blocking with the Idol and the token then, perhaps? Okay. So I guess I attack here. They might sacrifice their treasure in response to take 1 less damage. Alright, that's fine. So they only have 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they do have 8 damage on the board. So I actually do need to go like this. 4 to face. Sorry, 4 to creature, 3 to face. I mean, we still need to get kind of lucky here, I guess. Man, so many of our planes. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll do her. Actually, that's not true. I can... Overlord. And I have to shoot the token? I can't beat them having anything, but... I'm not dead on board anymore. I die to removal, I die to an end of turn creature. Obviously I die to any burn for 2. That'll do it. Snapcaster, burn spell. GG's. Yeah. Kept a slow hand. We drew the piggy bank, but turns out if I had kept my initial opening 7, we would have probably crushed them with the Tajik. Feels like. Maybe I should just keep slower hands like that versus presumably other slower decks, but... Because I'm not sure if there was much we could have done after mulliganing the 6 and keeping that hand, so maybe I just keep the 7. I don't know. Alright, another turn 2 Brazen Collector. I want that, but we need a land. Turn 1 fungus. Okay, need to draw a land real bad next turn. Oof. That's brutal. So they're gonna block and sack. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and Defiance here. Oh, that's such bad value. No, I guess we can just Carrot Cake. Man, that might be the difference in the game, honestly. Big brick on that land, dang it. So, bad news is, we already have 2 of our other humans already in our opening hand as well. So, if I do Winota, we're gonna not have very many hits left. We have Cathar Commando, so I don't have to worry about the Overlord too much. Oh, man. I think I get greedy and look for an untapped land. Excellent. Just attack, they block, I go Wandering Emperor, uptick. They will get a treasure out of the deal, but...
Show them how we greet our enemies.
That's not the end of the world, of course. They only get to kill my Wandering Emperor with that. That's not too bad. And now we get a free Winota turn. Well, like I said, a lot of our humans already gone. Actually, you know what? If I draw another land, I get conscripts their Overlord on my turn, since it will have turned into a creature next turn. Depending on what they do here. Oh my gosh! That is so brutal. Normally, land destruction wouldn't be that good versus me, but when I'm stuck like that, that's insane, dude. Sickening. Alright, what humans do I have left to hit with Winota? Plunderer and Tajik. So I think it's worth attacking with the 1/1 and trying to hit one of those. Oh, I messed up by not flashing in the Cathar and killing the Overlord. They would have taken 1 damage. Because they would, or rather they wouldn't, they would have taken 2 damage there. Small mistake on my part. Holy crap. Now they're gonna blow up all of my lands. Disgusting. Oh wait, they should have... Maybe they should have copied the Overlord. Dude, Sylvan Primordial with Calamity is hilarious. Also, I'm taking a ton of damage. This doesn't look like a matchup I should lose all that frequently, I feel like, but our draws the last few games have not been good. Feels like Sylvan Primordia should not be wrecking us that hard. I'm so close to winning. It's crazy. So close to winning, it's insane, dude. Oh, God. And you know what? I might have missed that 2 damage, like I said. On that turn that I let them block the Generous Plunderer, if I had flashed out the Cathar Commando and killed the Overlord like I was going to anyways, they might have only blocked the token and not the Plunderer. So either they would have taken 2 extra damage and eaten the 1/1, or they would have soaked up the damage and taken 1. And I would have had an extra 1/1. Oh my gosh, I think that was a throw at the end. The real reason I shouldn't have lost is because I punted it away. That's insane. Yeah, that was totally on me. It was a match we shouldn't have lost. And it was my own doing. Good beats. Another pretty medium opening hand, but... just rip apart the Valky, that's fine. Oh, no. And now we're flooding out. Okay, well, 5-0 into 5-3 would be kind of frustrating, but... good beats. Thank God. Commando there to blow up the Fear of Ridicule was an absurdly necessary hit. Phew! Well, Forgefire gets back the Fear or the Valky. Oh, this is good beats, man. Punt away the previous match. And then they have an exile effect, dude. Oh, God. And now we're just dead. Need to draw, like, the perfects from here on out. That ain't gonna cut it. Alright, GG's. Man, we got massacred. So, good beats. But again, that's on me. I threw away that second loss. 5-0 into 5-3 stings, but this was a decent Boros deck. We ended up getting a lot of good early game plays to pressure these slower decks, which we did quite well. The only times we lost were, what? The punt, kind of an opposing aggro deck. I don't even remember what the first loss was, but good deck. Bad player. So a result probably that was warranted. 5-0 to 5-3. Like I said, we will get Either Drift finally tomorrow as part of the early access, and I should be able to record quite a few of those before it fully releases. So it fully releases for everybody a week from today when I'm recording, which will be February 11th. But yeah, I'll try to get as much as I can up until that point. So thanks for watching, friends. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.